Congressman from the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE caucus, meeting with Elon Musk today, as DOGE faces a lot of criticism about their methods of firing government employees. Well, meanwhile, the Senate Banking Committee holding a hearing on nominees for the future Commerce Undersecretary. The Senate Armed Services also meeting to confirm Navy Secretary nominee John Phelan. And House Speaker Mike Johnson signals a possible announcement about that 2025 budget plan after he met with President Donald Trump last night. What a week it's already been on that front. Mr. Johnson says he believes both House and Senate Republicans are now on the same page about President Trump's agenda. It's been kind of rocky getting there. Here's House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
The Republican budget will set in motion the largest cut to Medicaid in American history. Children will be hurt, families will be hurt, seniors will be hurt, everyday Americans with disabilities will be hurt, hospitals will be hurt, and nursing homes will be hurt, all across America.
CBS News congressional correspondent Nidia Cavazos joins us now. Nidia, yesterday during his cabinet meeting to the press, the president said, "Read my lips, Medicaid won't be touched." So how do we square what Mr. Jeffries had to say with what the president said yesterday?
Reed, it's been a very busy week here on Capitol Hill, and it's been a complicated situation because on one hand, we can say that Speaker Johnson was very successful in gathering his House Republicans and putting forth a budget plan, which is essentially going to be a blueprint as to how much is going to be allocated for spending and how much is going to be allocated for cuts. But this raises concerns amongst both Republicans and Democrats that this is going to essentially equate to cuts with Medicaid. Given the amount of money, the math makes sense that the cuts will have to come from cuts in Medicaid to be able to afford Trump's tax cuts and being able to put forth his legislative agenda. So on one hand, we have many Republicans, Speaker Johnson and Trump, saying that there won't necessarily be major cuts to Medicaid, but then you also have Democrats who are raising the alarm and saying that the cuts will affect their constituents back home. And it's also concerns that many Republican lawmakers have that when they go back home to their districts, they're going to have constituents who are going to want answers. And we know that Medicaid, of course, covers from children to people with disabilities, and it's thousands and thousands of their constituents who end up benefiting from Medicaid. And so much of the backlash here from the budget plan that was proposed this week and put forward centers around Medicaid cuts.
Well, and that is a fascinating conversation to say the least, because I just heard Steve Bannon, former Trump advisor, backer of President Donald Trump, saying, "Don't touch Medicaid," because there are so many voters who will show up at that town hall meeting. That'll be fascinating to see. I want to also ask about this. The DOGE caucus is meeting with Elon Musk today. What do we know about that meeting?
At this moment, we're still waiting details, but we know that the DOGE caucus was initially created as an extension of DOGE, the executive, coming from the executive action. And this is a way to gain insight into what exactly is going on with these cuts, with reducing the workforce. We know that amongst many lawmakers, there's a lot of excitement, enthusiasm with these cuts and what DOGE is intended to do, but there's a lot of questions too. And so we're going to be awaiting details as to what exactly was discussed in these meetings. But we know, of course, and much of it has to center around Medicaid, because as we mentioned earlier, it's both Democrats and Republicans who have concerns about how much exactly is Medicaid going to be affected, how many cuts, and who exactly is this going to end up affecting. And we know that it's their constituents that want answers. And given that healthcare is such a major issue amongst people, amongst Americans, we know that it's not going to be such an easy battle for these lawmakers.
Yeah, tens of millions of Americans on Medicaid, and all of them are voters. Nidia Cavazos, thank you so much for that conversation. Be well in our nation's capital today.